For those trying to figure out how to move forward within the Microsoft tech stack, Blazor is an excellent focal point due to its benefits of creating mobile and desktop applications for your users, to where C# is already a superior language to use at the server. Many organizations are coming from using ASP.NET with either web forms or MVC, in which moving to Blazor is a sensible choice. There are also many organizations that have legacy code written in Microsoft's active server pages, OESP, Visual Basic, VB, or even Microsoft Access, in which, again, moving to Blazor is a sensible choice. Many organizations have gone down the path of creating native desktop applications with Microsoft's Windows Forms or Windows Presentation Foundation, WPF, or they have gone down the path of creating native mobile applications with Xamarin or .NET MAUI. Blazor provides a web development standard that can be applied to mobile, web, or desktop applications. One sad truth is that most organizations have gone down the path of a pure JavaScript development stack. On the server side, organizations have sacrificed performance to use Node.js with JavaScript, instead of a compiled and very performant .NET application written in C#. On the client side, organizations would choose React, Angular, or Vue.js because they were the best options a few years ago. For organizations that prefer the Microsoft tech stack, Blazor is now usually the best choice. Blazor is also an excellent choice when developing to the new standard for Microsoft Office add-ins and Microsoft Teams. As you look to the future of user interfaces, Microsoft is already preparing to release AI extensions to Microsoft Copilot, OpenAI's ChatGPT, Meta's Llama, Google's Gemini, and many others. AI extension standardizes integration with various AI aspects like never before. When moving from ASP.NET or from other Microsoft legacy tech stacks, the process is a conversion. When moving from Microsoft's desktop or mobile developer stacks or any of the JavaScript frameworks, the process can be a hybrid approach to where you combine the Blazor and C# code base with the older code base. No matter which code base you are coming from or evolving, software development teams should take an iterative approach and deliver updates frequently. I can help with all these aspects. When most people compare Blazor to other alternatives, they are usually first comparing C# to JavaScript. From there, it quickly escalates to comparing Blazor to React, Angular, or Vue.js. Then most people start to recognize that this is a decision about continuing to move forward within the Microsoft tech stack and ecosystem versus other companies like Meta, Google, Oracle, and Amazon's AWS. Overall, when comparing Blazor and Microsoft to the other choices, one should first look at how upgrades are handled, how much will need to be rewritten, and will the new solution scale. Then consider what is available in the open source space, how strong is the community around the other options, and simply what is best for the team to move forward. Originally, there were two modes within Blazor when it was first released. There is the Blazor client that uses WebAssembly, WAISM, and Blazor server that uses SignalR. Both are strong options when your website needs to be interactive like a true application. For user interactions, WAISM provides the most optimized client-side processing, and SignalR provides the most optimized server-side processing. Meaning, WASM provides one extreme and SignalR is the other extreme. In the release of .NET 8, the third auto mode was introduced to where SignalR could be used on the first usage of the web page, and then from that point forward, WASM can be used. Where WASM is weak, SignalR is strong, and vice versa. Also released in .NET 8 was Blazor Server without interactivity, to where there is no mode set at all. This is now the default setting, which is good. This brings Blazor back to the standard of maybe you want to utilize other client-side JavaScript libraries like React, Angular, Vue.js, or even jQuery. This non-interactive mode is similar to how the older ASP.NET technologies like web forms and MVC work within the architecture. Blazor provides architectural options like no other standalone framework. If you are already a .NET developer, you will find that Blazor allows you to focus on more business problems instead of technical problems. Due to Blazor's well-thought-out architecture, it is central to a true full-stack solution for web, mobile, and desktop applications. It is critical to have the right mindset when working with Blazor. The mindset of working with Blazor is heavily influenced by wanting to work with C# instead of JavaScript. However, that is only partially true. In general, as a web developer, you should embrace working with HTML and CSS, even if you expect to primarily use components. When it comes to working with database servers, SQL is the language to interact with tables. stored procedures, and other database objects. Within C#, you would execute a SQL statement to select, insert, update, or delete data. Sometimes that SQL is executed directly or within an object relational mapper, ORM, like Entity Framework. There are times when you will need to select, insert, update, or delete data within the web browser's document object model, the DOM, or information contained within the web browser itself. You would use JavaScript to, in a sense, query that data. Within C#, you would execute a call to a JavaScript method to select, insert, update, or delete data. This is referred to as JavaScript interop. From the perspective of a C# developer, it is good to know how JavaScript works, just as much as how SQL works. In many ways, it is like working with a data access layer when it comes to working with both SQL and JavaScript. This allows for a C# developer within Blazor to optimize for performance, have better control over the business logic, and identify how to best deploy your applications. Here are just a handful of decisions you will have to deal with. Do you want to continue within the Microsoft tech stack? This is the first question to get out in the open with everyone, like with upper management and the developers. If you continue to find benefits staying within the Microsoft tech stack, then Blazor is probably the most sensible choice. What is the current state of your applications, your team, and your direction? Do you have existing applications written in .NET and C#? What is your team's skill set, and do they like the current development stack? Do you need to convert, or can you take a hybrid or iterative approach? If you are coming from a C# code base, then the opportunity to take an iterative approach is a solid option. What tools, libraries, component suites, and existing platforms should you use or move away from? Blazor has excellent community and component vendor support. Also, platforms like Octane that are written in Blazor help with administering and deploying your various applications. What patterns and practices should you consider? You will need to quickly move past creating a Hello World application to truly understand the benefits of Blazor. Blazor allows you to implement logical patterns and practices within your source code that could be reused for web, mobile, or desktop applications. How should you think when implementing Blazor? Understanding the full stack and getting in the mindset of Blazor is critical to making your journey with Blazor something that motivates you and your team and allows you to focus on business problems. I have 3 options for how we can work together applying Blazor. First, you need to get clarity about your choice of moving forward with Blazor. Scheduling a workshop is the best place to start. This allows you and your team to work through the tough questions and make the necessary decisions to move forward. The price for a workshop is within 4 figures, and the average engagement is usually 2 sessions, to where each session is between 1 and 2 hours to get the results you expect. The second session is more like a follow-up session. Second, now that you're ready to move past Hello World and apply the technical aspects of Blazor, a cohort is the next step. A cohort consists of a 1-hour weekly session, a channel over Microsoft Teams, and content to watch prior to each session. The price for a cohort is within 5 figures per person and usually spans between 4 and 12 weeks. Third, we could work together to implement Blazor across your organization to make sure your project is a success. The price for an implementation is within 6 figures, and the duration is usually 6 to 12 months. For everything I do, I provide a 100% guarantee for my work. I always start with a free consultation to see if there is a good fit. To start the conversation, email me at john@johnbaluka.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Also, feel free to learn more about me at johnbaluka.com. Check out my YouTube channel, connect with me on LinkedIn, check out my GitHub repository, see my available presentations and workshops on sessionize.com for conferences and meetups, or go to multimodalslides.com to learn more about my side project that is also getting written in Blazor.